Seems the Kunari aren't exactly in a hurry to return home.
Sarah Hawk.
Yes?
Last we met, I did not know your name. Did not care to. You have changed your fortune over the years. The Kunari have not. I offer a courtesy, Hawk. Someone has stolen what he thinks is the formula for Gatlock. You will want to hunt him.
Excuse me, but this sounds like quite the feat.
It was allowed. The stolen formula was a decoy. Sarkamek, a poison gas, not explosives. A small amount is dangerous enough to your kind, but if made in quantity, perhaps by someone intending to sell it.
That merchant, Javaris.
Would he be cautious? Or would he assume success and make enough to threaten a district? A courtesy, Hawk. You will want to hunt him.
Can't say I appreciate being saddled with this mess.
Your thief set this in motion, not us. I was tempted to let it come to its expected end. Panahedon, Hawk. It will be interesting to see if you die.
Thief hunting? Sounds like we should talk to the coterie.
So you found your brother?
I did. Wasn't expecting that.
I assume there was a time when you and he were friends.
With Bartrand? No. Just brothers. Occasionally he wasn't insufferable.
And yet you remained at his side.
Too bad he didn't do the same.
You're selling the assets of Javaris Tintop? We are. Limited districts, limited contracts. Keeps territory clear and separate from the start. He had a meager lot, but he's skipped with dues outstanding, so up it goes. Sounds like he's made a few friends. Can one of them point me his way? Ask that about anyone else, I'd have you thrown out. This one, he owes me too. Javaris left in a hurry. I'd put him at Smuggler's Cut if he's avoiding patrols. It empties at a cave outside town. Tell him I said, don't come back.
Not the trail I'd expect from a master thief. Just saying.
You look like a man I suffer no threat. Mage hate you. One less.
Went on all night, under the stars. A wave slap.
Not the price taken for the done. Let's do this!
I'll deal with this.
Right behind you, Hawk.
Did you win?
I managed to get on top of him.
I suppose I could give that a shot. Easy as pie.
But I
Aim for the throat!
Never to get on our bad side. Seems to be unhealthy.
That any way to greet an old friend?
You? Granny's garters, she would hire you. I can't buy a break on discount. You know what? Go ahead. Take my head and pike it back to that sodding elf. I need the rest.
What in blazes are you talking about?
But you don't know? Then what? You're tracking for the Kunari? Then she did it. That elf got them after me for nothing. Bitch born.
Ah, I knew he was no burglar. We're not climbers.
Look, I'm minding business, same old. Then out of the blue, some elf tries to kill me. Says she's got the Kunari powder and I'm her cover. I slipped her, hired some bodyguards, and ran for it. And now you're here. Great.
So far, all I see is you.
Leaving the other person behind is the first step in running away. Sorry if that's inconvenient. Here. Want to drag Dark into light? I had a man follow her. The elf's in Lowtown. I just want to get out with my dead guards. Thanks for that.
Sounds like you have a long way to go. Hopefully.
Right. Got me a rosy future to plan out. Think I'll start by selling some boots. Sodding bunch of... Take a long breath on a short shaft, you blasted dog-lord inroaders.
All of you, I can't fight the damned air. You want to live, stay out.
What's going on, Mason?
Guard Captain, there's... I can't even describe.
On your time, son.
Reports of some haze with a stench of rust and throw-up. There was a cloud, then a lingering mist. Anyone caught in the cloud just went mad. Then the others just wretched themselves dead.
All right, keep your post. We'll take it from here. He's a good man. Trust that it's as bad as he says.
How about we skip this one? Send your man instead.
How about I shove a canary up your coal mine? Let's go. Maker.
All of you, I can't fight the damned air.
He's a good man. Trust that it's as bad as he says.
Let's hope this elf didn't try to make enough powder to sell.
Didn't sound like a merchant to me. Let's go. Maker. We need to stop this mist. Find the source. Go down!
The arrow shot was right. Poison goblins.
I'll take comfort in his certainty. But little known.
So, your fault, I presume?
Is that... Sirrah Hawk? You have enemies. I'm glad it's you, really. These poor people. You are a much better target.
So, care to explain your particular brand of crazy?
Qunari take my people. My siblings forget their culture, then go to the Qun for purpose. We're losing them twice. So I get some help from your people. We'll take the Qunari Thunder, make some accidents, and make them hate it. But this is all wrong.
You were going to kill people anyway. That's not funny at all, really.
It can still work. They're hidden in your city. They'll enrage the faithful and make sure the Qunari are blamed. Me, I'm finished. I just need a few more bodies. A few more. Let's finish this! Get back!
The Arashok was right, and wrong. You'll need to know about this.
Survivors are finally creeping out.
Enter if you must.
So, I was wrong about our thief.
You'll get used to it.
They say we were careless with our trap, that this is our fault. But even without the Sarkamek, there would have been death. This elf was determined to lay blame at our feet. Selfishness, want, denial. How do you allow this to continue?
If you won't talk straight, then we won't talk.
Hold! Since we arrived, I have seen nothing but greed and weakness. Dwarves, humans, elves, just festering. No order, no goal. You are one of the few I have met with any ability. And yet this too was random, a result of selfishness. I cannot fathom how a mire like this can be justified. You turned from me. Do you turn as easily from all this chaos?
My welcome to the city was not so different from yours.
And yet you suffer it.
It's an opportunity to make a real difference.
Karisten are soldiers. The Qun made it so. They can never vary from that assigned path, never be other than they are meant to be. But they are free to choose within that role, to accept and succeed, or deny and die. Glory is clear and defined. Could not this entire city benefit from that certainty? How else will you know when you have made a real difference?
Sorry, I find myself distracted by deny and die.
And yet you accept the random violence that plagues this nation. I wonder if the weaker of your citizens would be so close to certainty. Your kind may force our role to change, if the Qun demands.
Why aren't you more concerned about her supporters?
Our enemies strike from shadow because they cannot stand before us. This is not a revelation. And it doesn't matter. I am not here to fight. I am here to satisfy a demand you cannot understand.
It's taking long enough.
It will take as long as needed. No ship is coming. There is no rescue from duty to the Qun. I am stuck here.
You could have built a ship by now, you know.
It is not about a ship. Filth stole from us. Not now, not the Sarkamek. Years ago. A simple act of greed has bound me. We are all denied Parvolin until I alone recover what was lost under my command. That is why this elf and her shadows are unimportant. That is why I do not simply walk from this pustule of a city. Fixing your mess is not the demand of the Qun, and you should all be grateful! Thank you, human, for your service. Leave.
That's an Oxman ready to charge. The Viscount should know. not likely.
Good day, Sarah.
Years of nice, quiet anxiety. Gone. Along with a whole street.
An accident on purpose, more or less.
Right. A mad elf pushed by zealots, likely hidden in the very groups I have to appease. The Maker has a grand sense of humor. And the Arishok. I suspected he had no plans to leave. I didn't know it was just as annoying for him.
You could send him gold and he'd complain it was heavy.
And it's about to get worse. A shame. There were overtures of civility. Your influence, no doubt.
Do I want to hear what happened?
A Qunari delegate and entourage paid me a visit. It was civil, tentative, hopeful. They left my chambers with precision, but were not reported by the outer guard. They are missing, almost literally, from my doorstep. What do you imagine will be the Arishok's reaction?
Do the Qunari generally keep you updated?
Qunari do not disappear. They know we watch, and they are not shy about their movement. Speak to Seneschal Bran. He has details that show how damning this is. I don't know who would benefit from fighting the Qunari, but it will cost all of us.
You're looking well, Sarah.
We used to have another bartender in.
Isabella, my dusky goddess. You have buried yourself in the flesh of my heart like a worm in a red, red apple. You heartworm, you.
Oh, look, my friend is here. Excuse me.
But I haven't gotten to the part where I invite you to feast upon my tender white flesh.
That's all right, I think I'll manage. Speaking of romance, you and Fenris, eh? That taut, controlled body, the brooding demeanor and intense gaze. I hear he still wears the shackles from his life in bondage under his clothes. You know what they say about men like that, don't you?
I'm going to regret asking you to continue, aren't I?
He can't find a saw. I had you there. You thought I was going to say something dirty.
Oh? I have something for you. Ooh, what's this? Oh, isn't that just the cutest thing? Baby animals are cute. Ships, not so much.
Thank you, Hawk. This was a thoughtful gesture.
Slow day.
I'm bored of this. We should do something.
I've got something to show you. Come and see.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Of all the giant mirrors in your house, Meryl, this is easily the nicest.
I knew if anyone would understand, you would. I've spent the last few years restoring this. One of my clan found it in the Brazilian forest, we think. Poor Tamlin. We never found him. Just the shattered pieces of the Alluvion.
Do you think the mirror had something to do with Tamlin's disappearance?
The ruin we tracked Tamlin to was full of traps and monstrous things, but we found no body. His trail ended at the broken pieces of Alluvion.
Tell me you didn't bring the killer mirror to Kirkwall just because it's pretty.
It's not dangerous, I promise. I fixed it, or tried to, with blood magic. The mirror won't hurt anyone. But it doesn't work. I've tried everything, and I think it's because it needs to be finished with a special tool. An Arulin home, and my clan has one. It's been in their hands for generations.
I hear a but coming.
I can't go back there alone. You have no idea, the Keeper. I can't talk to her. We fight or talk circles around each other. She has a disappointed frown that turns your bones to jelly. Please, help me. You will, won't you?
I'm not helping you fix a mirror that kills people.
It doesn't. I guess it was foolish of me to ask. I'll just have to find another way.
Have you noticed how many Tranquil are in the gallows courtyard lately? And don't tell me I'm just sensitive to it. I've been watching, and every day there are new Tranquil, selling their bloody wares. Good mages too. People I know past their harrowing.
Are you imagining some sinister plot to turn all the mages in Kirkwall tranquil?
I'm not imagining it. The Templars are using the right of tranquility to silence those who speak against them. They're working on a deliberate plan to turn every mage in Kirkwall within the next 3 years.
And here I was, worried you were having delusions of persecution again.
There are groups in Kirkwall who help those fleeing the Circle. I've talked to people on the inside. The plan is the work of a Templar named Sir Ulrich. I've had a run-in with him myself. He's the one who did the ritual on Karl. Nasty piece of work. Likes to make mages beg.
Don't Templars have anything better to do than come up with new ways to torment mages?
No. I've been working with a group. A secret mage underground that helps others escape the gallows. They have a way in. A secret entrance under the walls of the gallows. Come with me tonight, please. Help me find the evidence of Sir Ulrich's tranquil solution.
I'll be there. Though this Sir Ulrich would be a fool to keep such a plan in writing.
Then let us pray he's a fool as well as a bastard. I'm ready to go when you are. Our entrance is concealed not far from here.
imagine Orzammar is like this. Only with beards and an overwhelming sense of superiority.
How about you? Let's finish this!
Alone in the dark.
Do not tell anyone about this way into the... This is it. This tunnel will take us into the gallows. Are you ready to help me find evidence of the tranquil solution?
Let's go.
It would be better as open warfare. At least then mages might get a fair fight. Lyrium smugglers built these tunnels to service the Templars who crave them.
haven't done anything wrong.
That's a lie. What do we do to mages who lie?
I just wanted to see my mum. No one ever told her where they were taking me.
No. No, this is their place. We cannot...
So, you admit your attempted escape? You know what happens to mage girls who don't toe the line around here, don't you?
Please, no! Don't make me tranquil. I'll do anything.
That's right. Once you're tranquil, you'll do anything I ask.
Get your hands off her!
You fiends will never touch a mage again. They will die! I will have every last Templar for these abuses!
The Templars are gone. You can stop glowing.
Every one of them will feel justice's burn!
Get away from me, demon!
I am no demon! Are you one of them, that you would call me such?
Anders, that girl is a mage. We rescued her from being made tranquil.
She is theirs. I can feel their hold on her.
She's the reason you're fighting Anders. Don't turn on her now.
Please, Messer.
Baker, no. I almost... If you weren't here... I need to get out of here.
You saved my life, Messer. What was that thing?
Don't worry. It was all a trick by the Circle to scare you away from ever summoning demons.
I wouldn't. I never...
It was a joke.
Can I go home now?
Find your parents, but don't stay there. You must leave Kirkwall.
I know. There's nowhere in the city where Sir Ulrich's men won't find me. Thank you, Messer. Andraste herself must have put you in that room.
Don't like dark tan?
Can't go up to Lowtown. Won't let me near the
Trash. Trash. Keep. Trash. Trash. Won't be needing that anymore.
You almost killed that girl.
Justice has been warped by my rage. I cannot contain him any longer. I will not put myself in that position again.
So you're just going to stop? Let the Templars win?
Maybe they deserve to win. Maybe they're right. How can I fight for the freedom of mages, when I am the example of the worst that freedom brings?
You are kind of everything good little apprentices are told to fear.
How can I even trust myself to heal anymore? What if that creature of vengeance turns on a patient? Will I resist? Or will I loose his fury?
This is all Sir Ulrich had. Looks like the Tranquil solution began and ended with him.
Let me see that. The Divine rejected the idea. Meredith rejected the idea. This was not what I expected. Perhaps I should try talking to the Grand Cleric. Maybe she's more reasonable than I thought. Thank you. I will think on what you've said.
What are you doing?
Putting out milk. I miss having a cat around. But I think the refugees have scared them all off. Or maybe eaten them. You know, I've been meaning to thank you. Having someone like you making a name for yourself in Kirkwall. It's done a lot for mages. You're the kind of leader we need. To tell the world we won't be punished any longer for our Maker-given gifts.
Who said anything about me leading? I was going to watch. With snacks.
Mages in this city look up to you. They want what you have. Just knowing you exist is enough to light the fire.
Why do none of my friends ever just want to be the best wallet player in Lowtown?
With the great Hawk deigned to associate with the best wallet player in Lowtown.
Seriously, though, I couldn't do this without your support. I couldn't hold on to this spirit of vengeance inside me. But I know you won't let me lose myself to him.